Hello, and welcome back to the Simple English Cast. If you are listening right now, I just want to say one thing first. Thank you for giving us your time. I'm Alex, and I'm here with Meera.
Hi, everyone. I'm really happy you're here with us today. And yes, Alex and I are talking to you, not at you. So wherever you are, walking, sitting, or lying on your bed, just relax and stay with us.
Exactly. And Meera, before we start, let me ask you something. Have you noticed how quiet the room can be, but how loud your mind feels?
Oh, yes. And I think many people listening right now are silently saying, yes, that's me. Because even when nothing is happening outside, so much is happening inside.
That's actually today's topic. The voice inside your head. The one that talks to you all day, when you wake up, when you make a mistake, and especially when you try to sleep.
And the interesting thing is, Alex, we never chose that voice. It just appeared one day and stayed.
True. And many listeners might think, why is my inner voice so hard on me? So, Meera, let me ask you directly. Was your inner voice always kind?
Not at all. For many years, my inner voice sounded more like a judge than a friend. It was always ready to point out what I did wrong.
I relate to that deeply. And to everyone listening, if your inner voice feels like that too, you're not weak, you're human.
Alex, can I ask you something? Why do you think we believe everything our inner voice says?
That's a great question. I think it's because the voice sounds familiar. It sounds like us.
Yes, and because it sounds like us, we think it must be true.
Exactly. But here's something important for our listeners. Just because a thought appears in your mind, it doesn't mean it's a fact.
That sentence alone can change how someone thinks, because many people confuse thoughts with truth.
Let's slow it down with an example. Imagine you're learning English. You try to speak and you make a small mistake.
And instantly, the inner voice says, "You're bad at this. You always make mistakes. Why do you even try?"
Now, let me ask you, Meera, is that voice trying to help?
It thinks it is, but actually, it's protecting us in the wrong way.
Right. It wants to stop us from feeling embarrassed, so it tells us to stop trying.
Alex, I like to think of the mind as a small meeting room. Different voices are sitting there, all talking at the same time.
That's a perfect image. So let's introduce them to our listeners.
First, there's the inner critic. This voice focuses on mistakes. It uses words like always and never.
Then there's the worried voice. This one says, what if something goes wrong?
And there's also a quiet, kind voice, but many people don't hear it clearly because it speaks softly.
Let me ask you something, Meera. Which voice do you think people hear the most?
The loudest one, the critic, not because it's right, but because it shouts.
Let's talk directly to the listener for a moment. Have you ever stayed quiet in a meeting even though you knew the answer?
Or typed a message, deleted it, typed it again, and finally sent nothing?
That's the inner voice at work, not because you don't know enough, but because you're afraid.
Fear of being judged, fear of sounding not good enough.
And here's the sad part. The more you listen to that voice, the stronger it becomes.
Yes, silence feeds it.
Meera, can you explain the negative loop in simple words?
Of course, a negative loop starts with one small thought. For example, I said that wrong.
Then the next thought comes. I always say things wrong.
Then another, people probably think I'm stupid.
And suddenly, one small moment becomes a heavy emotional experience.
That's why people feel tired after doing nothing physically.
So the big question is, how do we change this?
We don't fight the inner voice. We replace the tone.
I love that. Not replace the thought, but the tone.
Exactly. Instead of saying, I am stupid, we say, I made a mistake.
One attacks your identity, the other talks about an action.
Here's a simple exercise for our listeners. Ask yourself this question. Would I say this to a friend?
If the answer is no, then it doesn't belong in your head either.
That question helped me many times.
Meera, why are thoughts worse at night?
Because there are no distractions, the mind finally gets the microphone.
And it starts replaying everything.
So here's a small habit for listeners. Before sleeping, think of one thing you did right.
Not 10, not 5, just 1.
And mornings matter too. The first sentence you tell yourself sets the mood.
Even something simple like, today I will be patient with myself.
If you're listening and thinking, this sounds nice, but I can't change, I want you to hear this clearly.
You don't need to change who you are. You need to change how you speak to who you are.
Progress is quiet. It doesn't shout.
But over time, it builds confidence.
Your inner voice learned to speak in one way. It can learn a new way too.
Now, Meera, today I want to talk about the hardest moment of all.
You mean the moment when you actually make a mistake?
Exactly. Not later, not at night, but right in that moment.
Because that's when most people lose confidence.
Let's talk directly to you for a second. You're speaking English. You feel okay. Then suddenly, you say one word wrong.
And in that exact second, something happens inside you.
Your heart drops a little.
Your face feels warm.
And the inner voice appears immediately.
It doesn't wait.
It says, why did you say that? Everyone noticed. Now they know you're not good.
And many listeners know this feeling very well.
Meera, why do people shut down after one small mistake?
Because the mistake feels like danger.
Even if no one laughs.
Even if no one cares.
The body reacts before logic arrives.
Yes, the body says, stop, be quiet, hide.
This is important for you listening. You don't shut down because you're weak.
You shut down because your nervous system is trying to protect you.
So the first step is not positive thinking.
It's calming the body.
Meera, what is one small thing listeners can do in the moment?
Pause your breath.
Just one slow breath?
Yes, in through your nose, out through your mouth.
That tells your body, I'm safe.
And when the body feels safer, the mind can listen.
Now comes the important part. What do you say inside your head?
Not, I'm stupid.
Not, I ruined everything.
Instead, try this sentence. I made a mistake, and I'm still okay.
That sentence is powerful.
Because it separates the mistake from your worth.
Let's give a clear example for listeners.
Okay, imagine you're in a meeting. You speak. Someone corrects your word.
Old inner voice says, stop talking.
New inner coach says, okay, correction noted, continue.
That's it. No drama, no attack. Meera, many people will try this and think, this feels fake.
That's normal.
Why?
Because you're speaking a new language to your mind.
Just like learning English.
At first, it feels uncomfortable.
Let me ask you something important. Do other people judge you as hard as you judge yourself?
Almost never.
Most people are busy with their own thoughts.
They forget your mistake much faster than you do.
Another problem is replaying mistakes.
Yes, like a broken video.
If you notice your mind replaying, say this, I already learned from this.
Then, gently bring your attention back to the present.
Confidence is not built by being perfect,
It's built by staying present after mistakes.
by not running away.
If you usually shut down after mistakes, you are not broken.
You just never learned another way.
And now, you are learning.
Meera, why does comparison come so easily to us?
Because our brain is always looking for information. It wants to understand where we stand.
So when you see someone speaking English fluently, your brain asks, why not me?
Yes, and that question is not evil, but the answer your inner voice gives can be very unkind.
Let's talk directly to the listener. Have you ever watched a video, listened to someone speak, or read a comment and suddenly felt smaller.
You were fine before. Then one comparison changed your mood.
Meera, comparison feels stronger now than ever.
Because we see everyone's highlight moments all the time.
Fluent speakers, confident voices, perfect sentences.
But we don't see their practice, their fear, their mistakes.
We compare our behind the scenes with someone else's final version.
And that is never a fair comparison.
Let's explain this clearly. Comparison creates a silent story.
A story that says, they are ahead, I am behind.
And once that story starts,
Motivation slowly disappears.
you don't feel inspired, you feel tired.
You feel late, like you missed something important in life.
Let me ask you something honestly. When you compare yourself, does it help you move forward?
Or does it make you want to stop?
For most people, it stops them.
Alex, can we talk about starting points?
Yes, because this matters a lot.
Everyone starts from a different place, different background, different confidence, different support.
Some people learned English early. Some learned it later.
Some had encouragement, some had fear.
So comparing paths is like comparing two roads that never began at the same place.
Listener, imagine two people carrying backpacks.
One backpack is light.
The other is heavy.
If both walk at the same speed, is that fair?
No, the weight matters.
Your emotional weight matters too. So Meera, should we stop looking at others completely?
No, but we should change how we look.
Explain that.
Instead of saying, they are better than me, ask, what can I learn from them?
That small shift changes jealousy into curiosity.
Let's give listeners a sentence they can use.
Okay.
When comparison appears, say, they are on their path, I am on mine.
Simple. Calm. True. Many listeners feel like they are late in life.
Yes, late to learn, late to speak, late to start.
But late compared to whom?
Life is not a race with one finish line.
And confidence doesn't expire with age or time.
Alex, people often forget how far they've come.
Yes, they only see what's missing.
Listener, think for a moment. 1 year ago, could you understand this podcast?
If the answer is yes, that is progress. Here's a gentle exercise.
Write down 3 things you can do now that you couldn't do before.
Not big things.
Small things count.
You don't need to be the best.
You just need to be honest with your effort.
Comparison steals joy.
Self-trust brings it back.
Now, Meera, let's talk about the big question many listeners have.
How do I actually build confidence?
Not fake confidence,
Not loud confidence.
but real, quiet confidence. Meera, let me ask you first, what is confidence really?
Confidence is not believing you will never fail. Confidence is trusting yourself even if you fail.
That's important for you listening, because many people think confidence comes before action.
But it usually comes after small action.
Let's talk directly to you for a moment. Have you ever said, "I'll speak when I feel confident"?
Most people have.
But the problem is, confidence doesn't arrive by itself.
It grows from experience.
Meera, I like to think of confidence as a wall.
Yes, and every small action is one brick,
One sentence spoken,
one message sent.
one mistake survived.
No single brick looks impressive.
But together, they create something strong. Let's make this very practical. Listener, you don't need big challenges.
You need small, repeatable steps.
For example, today you can say one sentence out loud.
Tomorrow, you can ask one simple question.
Next week, you can join one short conversation.
Confidence grows when your brain says, I did this before, I survived.
Meera, many listeners say, "I'm shy, so I can't be confident."
That's not true.
Shy people feel deeply.
They think carefully.
Quiet confidence often comes from shy people. Here's something very important. What you say to yourself after you try matters more than the result.
Yes, if you try and then attack yourself, confidence goes down.
But if you try and say, I showed up, confidence goes up.
Let's give listeners one daily habit.
At the end of the day, answer this question. What did I do even though I felt uncomfortable?
Write one thing.
That trains your brain to notice courage. Meera, some people get frustrated because change feels slow.
But slow does not mean wrong.
Growth that lasts is usually quiet.
Like learning a language.
If you feel behind, listen carefully.
You are not late.
You're learning at your pace.
And that pace is valid.
Let's be honest, some days will feel bad.
You'll feel tired.
You'll feel quiet again.
That does not erase your progress.
Confidence is not never falling.
It's standing up gently.
Harsh words slow you down.
Kind words help you continue.
So if you remember one thing from this series, remember this.
Talk to yourself like someone you want to protect.
You don't need to become someone else.
You don't need to be loud.
You don't need to be perfect.
You just need to keep showing up.
Before we go, we just want to say thank you. Thank you for staying with us till the end of this episode.
Yes, thank you for giving us your time, your attention, and a small space in your day. We know life can be busy, loud, and sometimes heavy.
And the fact that you chose to sit with us, listen, and reflect, that already shows effort.
Remember, learning English is not about being perfect. It's about showing up, even on days when you feel unsure.
If something we said today stayed with you, even one sentence, let that sentence walk with you into your day.
You don't need to change everything at once. Small steps are enough.
If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to follow or subscribe to Simple English Cast. It helps more learners like you find calm and simple English.
And if you feel comfortable, share this episode with someone who needs a gentle reminder today.
You can also leave a comment or a review and tell us what is one thought you are learning to change.
We read your words, and we grow with you.
This is Alex.
This is Meera.
You've been listening to the Simple English Cast. Keep learning, keep speaking, and be kind to yourself.